Hey, Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back, or welcome back, Candy. Listen, I want us to talk a little bit about housewives, just two. We're just going to talk about two housewives and a little bit of accountability, right? Because there has been things that's been going on, and it requires some accountability on these people's part. The first person I want to get into is Jill Zarin. And I hope that's how you say her name. I'll be honest, I'm not really tuned into Jill. I was never a person that really got into Real Housewives of New York. You know, I more so like to stick with my black franchises high key. Outside of that, I've tapped into Beverly Hills, which was pretty good the times that I've watched it, in Salt Lake City as well. Other than that, I mean, well, no, I got into a little piece of New Jersey as well. But outside of that, girl, I don't be getting into these ladies for real. All right. But either way, we're gonna talk about them though. We're going to talk about them just a little piece, okay? So, first of all, you all know that the Super Bowl took place this past Sunday, where we had Bad Bunny come out and perform. And there have been mixed reviews about his performance, right? It's one thing for the review to be about, well, I didn't think it was that great of a performance. Like, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it's cool. And then it's another thing to say that you didn't like it. He spoke in Spanish. I didn't understand that. Oh, it was a disgrace to the nation. Like, when you say all of that, ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for all that drama. Okay, girl? Ain't nobody got time for all that negativity you trying to spew out here when we got so much other things that's going on in America. And that man was given that platform. He utilized it for his good. And that's just what it is. So let's get into Jill's area. And shout out to No Chasers TV. I want to hop over here where we get into Jill. So first of all, Jill came out, and you know what? We'll start here and then we'll go back a little bit, right? So this lady named Jill, she was a part of Real Housewives New York, and she was also supposed to be going on to do a show. I think it was called The Golden Life or something. She was going to do with some other castmates. Well, it appears after she came out with a video that I'm about to show you guys speaking negatively on Bad Bunny's performance, the production company that was going to move forward with her and others decided, hey, the things that she said does not align with our values. And because of that, we're going to make the decision to kind of, part ways with her. All right. We're not going to move forward in the direction of anything that we had planned to do with Jill. All right. So that's when Jill decided that she wanted to come out and break her silence. And her breaking her silence was like, girl, shut up. You could have kept that. But let us go. Let us go back a bit because I want you guys to hear what it is Jill had to say. So let's tap into it.
So we all agree.
I love
now
Bad
we all
Bunny. I
agree.
think it's
I agree.
terrific,
I said
but-
it before that it was the worst halftime show ever, and it's 250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States. And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his, G area.
See, I gotta pause her right there. I gotta pause her right. There's 250 years we're celebrating in America. Girl, do that during 4th of July. Okay? Do that at some point down the line with that. That does not have to be celebrated at the Super Bowl in my personal child. Do that somewhere else. Okay? It didn't have to be done in all Spanish. A lot of shit don't have to be done in a certain way. A lot of stuff does not have to be done a certain way if you get my drift, but y'all doing it. So let's keep going.
All these young kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously, I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing. I think it was a political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I just do. I think it was an ICE thing. And I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because this was 75 years, and, shame. Shame. And Lady Gaga got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had to Google her face to see who it was because we all couldn't agree who it was. So that was kind of fun in the middle of halftime. At least it gave me something to do because it was so hard to watch.
Yikes. Yikes, Jill. I hate to say it, girl, but the way that you're talking, I would have expected you to be over there watching TPUSA, their halftime show, versus being over there worried about what Bad Bunny is doing. Why you just didn't cut it off since he was speaking in a certain language and you couldn't understand it? And just leave it at that, right? Then you're talking about Lady Gaga having her face done, and the people been saying, you been got your face done. Okay? And then she said he was grabbing himself. And I'm trying to recall because I'm like, I do not remember that man continuing to grab himself throughout the whole thing. Like, girl, what? And somebody clued me in because I said I was kind of hoping to see a little more energy from Bad Bunny than what I saw. And I had two people get in my comments and say he had on a bulletproof vest and that they think he was nervous. And I said, you know what? That right there makes a lot of sense. That right there makes a lot of sense because I didn't know he had on a bulletproof vest, right? But the people had to let me know, and I'm like, okay, I would have been on guard too. Not even finna hold you. Would have been on guard as well. Um, but yeah, as far as Miss Ma'am, we didn't really need that. And then it was no white people in during the entire thing. Like, girl, it wasn't no white folks last year. I hate to hear what you had to say about last year when Kendrick performed. It was no white people then. Oh, okay. Child. That's crazy. It sound like to me. Let me know you support ICE, melting ICE. Without saying you support melting ICE, honey. That's kind of what it's given to me. And I'm over here like, Jill, honestly, when I see you and I hear you talk, I be wondering, are you even white? Okay. I mean, you could, I don't know what you is. I'm asking for myself, but okay. That's when she decided to come to the front after, the golden life with E decided to part ways with her. Like, girl, bye. We not finna deal with this. This is not aligned with our standards. This is not what we're trying to promote. Okay. And ain't no telling, there may be some Spanish individuals that are a part of that production company. And I wouldn't want to work with her either. Okay. Now, this is where she comes out and say, they didn't even give me a chance. I took it down right away. People make mistakes. I'm human. And I don't want to hear nothing about her saying she human because I feel like a human is going to understand that there are other humans that exist on this earth outside of just you. Okay. That come from different backgrounds and all. All right. Have completely different interests and all, girl. Okay. Especially when you're talking about humans that ain't even really trying, they ain't even out here harming you, girl. He just out here on the stage trying to enjoy himself and have him a good old time and put on for his supporters and the people that are just now getting introduced to him. Like, he just trying to do his job. That was all. He ain't posting no threat or nothing to you, and here you go. So either way, honey, good luck. All right. And I guarantee you, I think Ramona Singer is supposed to be a part of that show as well. And I've heard Ramona got a real slick mouth too, honey. I think she was on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I think I ended up seeing some interaction with her. But baby, Ramona, they say could get real slick too. I know Ramona over there watching her mouth right about now. Girl, that's crazy. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know if you feel like it was fair, if it wasn't fair, for her to be released based on what she had to say. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. All right. The next thing I want to get into is Karen Huger, who did an interview over there on Bravo, right? Since she's been locked up for DUI. And Karen continues to talk about how she's been in a training for drugs, but not so much as a training or rehab or whatever for alcohol or something like that. Yeah, because I think she goes to Narcotics Anonymous or something like that, but not Alcohol Anonymous. I don't know why Karen had such a hard time admitting that she was drunk. I don't know why Karen seemed to have a hard time struggling with admitting that she was abusing alcohol. Like, I don't know. It seemed like during the interview, she spoke more so on her abusing pills than she abused alcohol. And it's like, girl, you was a drunk. Like, let's just own it. Let's just accept it for what it is, girl. You was an alcoholic, baby. That's just what it is, girl. Let it go. Like, you did your time. Like, but you know what? How Karen showed up in that interview with the lack of accountability and the lack of wanting to acknowledge certain things. For me, a lot of people are coming out speaking about it and they seem to be a little bit surprised. And I'm like, y'all, this is the Karen that has always existed. In my personal, when I've watched her on the show, that was one thing that irritates me about her. And really also more so the fans, It's like, y'all see this lady be full of BS. But because that's your fave, you'll excuse her behavior, but then you'll be so quick to identify it on someone else. And it's like, child, she ain't no better. And I already know Karen is going to likely tick me off with this reunion when she talks to Wendy. I've reserved my thoughts and opinion because I just want to see it. But some part of me is like, girl, do not try and tell Wendy she talking too much. Because one thing about Karen, she always want to act like she the big sister, just like she said what she said when she went into the jail and talked to the girls. Like, it took me 60 years to get here. Why are you here at 20 such and such? And it's like, girl, that actually sounds worse that you're in your 60s and you were there. Okay, your mistakes are to be made when you're much younger, when you don't know no better and you feel like you ain't got nothing to lose in life. As you get older, as a damn celebrity, you wait till you a damn celebrity. You got a lot more to lose to get locked up. I can't stand some people that want to be a big sister so bad sometimes. Like, those people kind of get on my nerves. Ready to counsel and be looked at for guidance and stuff. Like, it just really, it made me think a little bit of Dr. Mimi, Karen, how you finna show up now that you done went to jail, girl. You gonna think that you could counsel everybody. And y'all be the main ones that don't have your own stuff together. But you over here trying to school and be a leader or whoever, a counselor to somebody else. Like, get it together. Anyway, but Karen has been full of the SHI. All right. She's always deflected. This is really nothing new. Okay, unless you've been choosing to not pay attention to Miss Huger, honey. She's always been like this, okay? And the crazy thing is when I'm laughing because I'm thinking about her body cam. Her body cam was so Karen 3.0 because it's already giving Karen, right? But it was given 3.0 because now I got this courage inside of me and I'm really finna let you have it. But Karen's always been like that. Anywho, shout out to Robin Dixon. Know how much you guys don't like her. I love that she pretty much confirmed all of the thoughts that I already had about Karen. Okay, so let us go ahead. I'm going to slide over here so that we can hear what Miss Robin Dixon had to say. Let's check it out.
Saw the same person, from years prior, the same person that I've known from over the years. That was the same person who did that interview.
What do you mean by that?
A lot of the same deflection.
Oh, okay.
Not. I feel like there was some accountability, but not in a. What I wanted to really see from her was a sincere apology or a sincere acknowledgement of drunk driving is never okay.
Yeah.
I apologize to all of the, all the victims and victims' families of drunk drivers. This is a really serious matter. I really wanted to see her attack that topic.
Yeah.
And just kind of say what I did is never acceptable, blah, 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 blah. And what I felt like I saw was a lot of blame shifting.
I agree.
And a lot of deflection. And then a lot of trying to I don't know. It was weird. It was she almost didn't want to embrace the alcoholism part and was putting it more on the prescription drugs. And I felt like that in a way was kind of trying to blame whomever prescribed her these drugs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But in not in her defense, but we knew Karen drank. We drank with Karen. Right. But I that was the first time I had heard anything about pills or any type of anything adding to drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
One thing about Karen, y'all should know. I mean, y'all already seen this already, but that shifting blame is very factual, and I don't want to make light of anything that happened to her when she was younger or in college, but it definitely, I love the way Robin said blame shifting, because when you listen to Karen talk, it was like, oh, it was this, then it was that, then it was this. And then last year when it first came out, she tried to put it off on her parents. Not last year, but I think it was the year before last when everything took place in that March or April. She came out and said something about, oh, it's her parents passing and this and that. And then a lot of people were like, oh, you don't understand when it's your parents and it never goes away and da 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 and whoop de whoop de whoop, and I'm gonna excuse anything that I can because it's Karen, and I'm gonna excuse whatever I can, even though she was drinking and driving. And then when that video dropped on y'all later on that year, the top of the next one, I see the tunes kind of shifted just a little bit when you saw how under the table she was. Hello? Girl, y'all wouldn't think about her parents, and neither was she. But anyway, yes, there is a lot of blame shifting that has taken place. Let's keep going.
But it's not. I don't find it hard to believe.
Oh no, I believe her.
But just even like, even trying to like, be shady towards Wendy, like that was unnecessary.
Thank you.
It was like,
okay, I forgot that part. What happened there?
Wendy said someone told her, like, I don't know, she met someone and they were like, oh, that lady always day drinking, which we know is true.
Right.
And who would talk to Wendy? She lives in Timbuktu.
Oh, I see. But she admitted that though, right?
She admitted it happened 20 years ago in Legal Seafood.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? And then, but
like she corroborated Ashley's side, but and then said, but it was old. It's very old. But you didn't do that with Wendy. Like, what is your hard on with Wendy? And be clear, Karen has tolerated Dr. Wendy, but she's never really liked her. Be very clear, honey. I'll never let her forget that she said Wendy was not of Potomac. Okay. So she's never really liked that lady. But at the same time, it's like, why is it that Ashley can just randomly meet somebody, they tell her something, but when Wendy meets somebody and they tell her Wendy's wrong, that's not true, her sources don't check out? Come on now. And once again, Wendy defended Karen the most that season when she was going through it, when Ashley and Giselle was ready to get in her tail. She don't really deserve that loyalty. Even Monique was on her side or in support of her, returning the favor to Karen as Karen did to Monique. And then you let somebody go and repost something about that woman when she thinking y'all cool. I don't blame Monique to sit back and be like, okay, I'm on reserve because I don't know what the hell going on. Like, I thought we was good, but clearly we not. So Monique, don't be going up when she returns next season. Don't be running up to her, trying to hug on her and all of that, and really be so quick to smooth stuff over like you were with Giselle. Definitely sit back and let that lady explain herself, because that wasn't cool. But let's keep going.
But I'm just saying, like, her throwing a dig at Wendy because she lives far away and who would talk to Wendy, like, that was unnecessary. It was, let's just take accountability and let's not deflect. Let's just kind of address the topic head on and be kind of remorseful. And let's try to like send a message to the people out here, like, I am sorry, because I know a lot of people have lost loved ones from drunk drivers, and that is never okay.
Yeah.
Because she even tried to not even say that she was drunk, like this. I don't know. It was weird. She tried to downplay. Andy said, oh, you had 4 DUIs. No, I had 2. Like, and the other one were, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just own it.
Just own it.
I saw the same person.
Robin's not wrong, girl. Just own it, okay? Now, when it comes to the reunion, going back to that reunion when she tries to tell Wendy, like, you're talking too much, you're talking too much. Now, also, one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm not going to say too much about it yet, because I don't know if she was telling Wendy you're talking too much to Andy in this moment, or if she was trying to say you're talking too much in general, because I feel like Wendy hasn't been talking. So you can't be talking about that. You must mean when Andy has asked Wendy questions, she has responded in that manner. I hope Karen did not use this as an opportunity to also get Dr. Wendy to cry, child. But anywho, child, and then like I'm Karen girl, don't tick me off, honey. Please do not tick me off. Because you done went down and did your little 6 months or whatever the case is, and then now you coming out like you just got so much advice. Let's not act like you didn't sit up here denying your situation for a very long periodically time, honey. That's part of what landed you in jail. Not only because you had that history of those DUIs, honey, right? But also because you were riding on this train of I will be vindicated. You felt so high and mighty that you didn't even want to see your own footage of yourself acting a fool. Okay, that you had to wait to see it when you got to therapy. Girl, please. Then some of you kept it from Ray. I didn't show it to Ray. Ray didn't see it. And my attorneys, they saw it and they did it. Like, Karen was just full of fluff in that entire interview, girl. Like, I ain't got time. But anywho, I just wanted to run that by you guys a little piece. Let me know your thoughts about the Karen interview. If you feel like she was being accountable, if you felt like she could have taken more accountability or accountability, period. Okay, let me know your thoughts. Also, let me know your thoughts about Jill Zarin and everything that's going on with her as well. Okay, I am JamiThatsMe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool, we gon' make them